and welcome to the latest IQX online webinar. Today we are going to take a look at reports, specifically for you system administrators out there, and just a little reminder of how to find your reports folder and how you go about adding a new report. The first thing is to know where you can find the location of your reports directory, and to find that, if you go to your maintenance menu at the top here and select Agency Setup. In here you'll have a list of all your branches and the individual reports directories that relate to those branches. The easiest way to find the reports folder is to expand your branch, copy the location there, and add it to your Windows Explorer. By just pasting it in, that will take you straight into your reports folder. So if we have sent you a new report, or a colleague has sent you a new report and it needs to be added in, the first thing you need to do is save that report into this reports folder here. Reports are saved with a file extension of RTM file. Once you've saved the location where it's to be run from, that might be the person selector, the temp desk, or it may just be a miscellaneous report, in which case you're looking under select and miscellaneous reports. The example I have is going to be a person report, so I'll open up the person selector and click on the reports tab. You'll see you've got some buttons along the top. If you don't have the new and the edit, it'll be because you don't have rights. You'll need to have a look at setting those up in your U record. To add a new report, you simply click on the new button and then browse. And so open up your Windows Explorer to your reports folder and you can select the relevant report. So in the example I'm giving, I've just saved person current with no department. I'm going to open that one up. The file name is what's in the reports folder, but the description can be changed to reflect something that makes sense to you and your agency, and doesn't need to match the file name. You have a notes box here where you can add in any notes that you should wish. For example, it might be an explanation of the report itself. This lists all candidates sort order relates to where it appears in the list, and access level relates to the access level given to users in their user record. If it's a general report that people need to run to be able to update their candidates, it can be given a low level. If it's more of a management report, give it a much higher level. You're also able to make these branch specific, clicking on the drop-down menu here. The access level relates to not just those who can see it, but also who can export the results and print the results. So it's important to make sure that each area is covered. Two buttons down the bottom here, preserve report order and preserve report selection. And these may be applied just under certain conditions. For example, if the people in your selection are sorted by key name because you've just run a search, and the report produces people in a list of registration date or registration number, and you want to keep that order, you take preserve report order. If you want the selection to be adhered to, be run on all records in this criteria within tick preserve report selection. When you're happy, you just click OK, and you'll see person current state with no department has been listed there. And I can see that I've got notes in there as well. You can search the report, and if I'd ticked ignore order or selection, these boxes would be ticked here. If I need to change either the notes or the description, I can just click on edit and edit what needs to be changed in there. I can even add division filters if it's relevant to only certain divisions and not others. So if I change the filters, I'm going to make it only for legal. Say OK and hit OK again. You can now see that legal recruitment is in here on the side. If you have a report that you're no longer using, it was an old report or it can't be found anymore, you can remove it by pressing delete. And that just deletes it from the list. It doesn't delete it from the folder, so you can get it back again if you need to. Questions we often get asked by our clients are things such as, my colleague can see a report but I can't. And this generally tends to the user record and the settings on it. If you open up the colleague who can see it and the one that can't, and have a look at the report view, print and export levels. These may be higher on one than the other, and then check the levels on the report itself. If that had been set to a higher figure than the users, then they'll not be able to see it. Sometimes if a report's been added into the wrong place, when you try and run it, you'll get lots and lots of parameters. And this generally is because it's a temp desk report that has built-in parameters and it's being run from the wrong place. So for example, if I just add one in to demonstrate. Just search for temp desk. I now try and run that once I've selected some records. See, I'm getting lots of parameters here. It's asking me for a name of a temp desk, week or month. This is because it's being run in the wrong place. It needs to be added into the temp desk, and those parameters will all be automatically added in. I'm just going to delete that back out. That's it, as simple as that. That is adding a new report to the system. Hope you found that useful, and we'll be doing more webinars much like this in the near future.